Hello everyone, it's Dawn here from Dawn's Inspirations. I'm doing a quick video tutorial on how to make this beautiful pyramid box. I've made a couple at demo days for Crafters Companion, and many of you have been in touch to ask how to make them. So this is made using Sarah's black and gold collection, and if I undo the bow, the box opens and you can put whatever gift you like inside. This is a great size. This is just made from one sheet of the black and gold A4 cardstock, and this is a great size for hanging a necklace, putting some pens as a nice gift. But the great thing with this box is you can make this any length you like, so if you want to make it shorter you just can quite easily. So here's another one I've made here just with some black cardstock, and this is covered in some fabric cork. So if I just undo the little knot here, and I'll show you what we've got inside of this one. So a little tie opening on that one, and then in here, open it up so you can see properly. I've got one of the cement necklaces that I made on Hochanda. So as you can see, it's a great place for holding a necklace, and it just gives a different gift that the recipient won't know what's inside. So it's just a great idea for gift boxes really. So I've had several of you with requests showing how to make this, so let's get started. So I'm going to do the one this size, which is out of a sheet of A4, just so you can see how to make the box, and then you can adjust the measurements to the length that you wish. Okay, so to use this I'm going to use the Score Master. This is from Crafters Companion. They do the big score, which is the really big daddy, and this is the Score Master, which is quite light and handy and great just to have in your craft bag. But you can do this box on any score board you've got. So many of you that follow me have got the Stampin' Up one or the Score Pal. You can make this box quite easily on there as well. So I'm going to use a sheet this time from the Sarah's Christmas Cute collection. Okay, so this is just a sheet of the Centura Pearl that's got the nice decorative front on here. So this is A4. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is to take my scoring tool at the top, because it's all there ready to go, my little scoring stencil. So I'm going to work in inches. So first of all, I'm scoring on the short side. This is what I call the short side, at 2 inches all the way down, 4 inches all the way down, 6 inches all the way down, and 8 inches all the way down. Okay, so that's all nicely scored. Now I'm going to flip it over or round, and then on the long side I'm going to score in 1 3/4 inches. Okay, and then I'm just going to turn that round again and do 1 3/4 inches from this one as well. Okay, so I've got 1 3/4 inches and 1 3/4 inches, and then you've got 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, I'm just going to get my scissors. If I turn this over, hopefully you can see in the light, you've got this thin strip here that we're not going to need. So straight away I'm going to cut that off. Okay, you could use your paper trim. I'm just using scissors here for quickness. So we don't need that, so we can discard that. The next thing I'm going to do is to cut these 2 squares here away. So again, I've got my score lines, so I'm going to cut down and take that square out, and I'm going to cut again on the score line and take that square out. So I've got a piece of paper now that looks like that. So I've got 3 small squares and then 4 longer ones. Then I'm going to go down to the middle square on each end, just cutting on the score lines really simply, flip it round, and I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side. Okay, so we've got what's looking like that. So I'm going to throw those 2 pieces away, or I could use them to make some little tags to add to my project. And then I'm just going to go in and burnish the score lines. Let me move the board out of the way while we do this. So I'm just going to burnish all the score lines with the back of my tool. And you can see with the paper that you've got here from Crafters Companion, this is Sarah's signature collection. All these cardstocks, I've used the black and gold, I've used the Christmas cute one, I've used her other Christmas collection. The nice thing about them is they score beautifully and you don't get any cracking along any of the lines, and they're a perfect weight for this project. Now the next thing I'm going to do is bring my score master back in. Now at each end you've got a piece up that comes like this. I want the middle mark on the top of there, so I'm just going to pop it between 2 of the increments. I've gone between 3 and 5, doesn't matter which one, and I'm just going to do a little notch which is 4, which is in the middle, and I'm going to flip and do that exactly the same on the other side. Okay, now we're going to do a diagonal score. Now we could do this in one of 2 ways. You can go in and try and match it up on your score pal or your score master or whatever scoring device you have, or we can go in and use a ruler as well. I'm just trying to find my ruler so I can show you how we're going to do this. So excuse me for a moment, there's my ruler, because I find it sometimes easier on a ruler than trying to get a channel in your board, but whatever is easiest for you. So I'm doing a line from that notch that we've made to the corner here. So I'm just using my score tool still to get a nice notch, to get a nice line, and then I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side, and then I'm going to turn it round and do exactly the same on the other end. Okay, and the last one there. So if you feel comfortable doing this on your score master, that's absolutely fine, but if you don't worry about it. The next thing we're going to do is to fold in on that score line. You can see again, even with doing it with the ruler, no cracking on that paper whatsoever. So I folded that in on that score line. I've got a line here now. Okay, so I'm going to fold back on that line, and then I'm going to fold in again so this line matches up with my line on the board just here, and when it does that, it matches up beautifully with the score line on that end. Okay, so you can see that's what's happened. So let's do that again on the other side. So we're going to come over on that diagonal score, burnish your score line, fold back on the natural score, give that another little burnish, and then match the straight line up with the straight line here, which then also matches up with the diagonal line there, and just give that little burnish, and you've got the same on that end. Going to twizzle it round and do the same again. So if you're not quite sure, craft along with me. I'm doing this in real time so you can see exactly what I'm doing. This has been a very popular box. I've done it at demos demonstrating Sarah's new signature collection, and it's gone down very well. And with Christmas fast approaching here in the UK, as it is all over the world, this is a great box for gifts and very inexpensive to make because you're just using one sheet of card. So that's our 2 ends now done. Okay, I'm going to use a tape pen to construct my box. I've got the Crafters Companion tape pen here purely because this is strong enough for construction, which is great. So I could use a wet glue. If I was using a wet glue, I would go in and use the tacky glue. Okay, but I'm going to use this. What I'm going to do is this score line here, this last score line, needs to match up with the edge of your box. and you'll have a tiny little piece here over, but don't worry about that because we're going to snip that off at the end. So we need to go around and do this on all 4 of the sides. So again, just matching the edges up, press down firmly, and again on this one. Remember with your tape pen, when you're doing your tape pen, to do your flick as well. Very important, because this helps to break the glue down. This is where you get to the last one and it gets a bit tricky, but you could do all 4 together. Oh, I've done my flick on that last one, that was a bit careless of me. So down and flick. I think I'm coming towards the end of my tape pen, I'm going to have to get a new tape pen out. Down and flick. There we go. And again, matching up that score line with that last piece. This is at this stage I like to just go in with my tool and just burnish where I've put the tape pen, or your glue, your wet glue. If you're using wet glue, you'll just need to allow time for that to dry. Tacky takes off really quickly, so that's another glue I would recommend of choice. We've got this look now happening. So with the scissors, I'm just going to go in and trim off these edges. Okay, take those out of the way, flip it round and do exactly the same on that side. Move those out of the way, one flying over there, and that's our box complete. So all you do is fold that in and flap that over. So you can either tie it with a ribbon, okay, you can tie it with some lace, you could do a little belly band sleeve around this as well. So that's our box. So this is it here with the cork that contains a beautiful necklace. I've put a couple of, I've matted and layered over the top of this, so I've got some cork strapping that I've just popped round to tie as a knot on that one. And then with Sarah's black and gold collection, again folds up beautifully, a piece of the lovely gold ribbon that matches the collection. You know, this is just perfect for a Christmas gift. It's just a bit unusual because the recipient's not going to know what's inside. You know, that's just perfect, isn't it? It's a beautiful gift to give. So I just need to find some beautiful ribbon to add to this one. I think I'm going to find some nice silver ribbon for this one. But that is your pyramid triangle box. Really quick and easy to make. If you wanted to do like I've done with the necklace, just make another piece of card to go in there, and you could tie, say, some pencils in there, a necklace, anything you like really. But that's the triangular gift box. So easy to make out of one sheet of A4 card. I do hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel to see lots of other little videos and hints and tips. I'm Dawn from Dawn's Inspirations, and thank you very much for watching. Bye bye for now.